What do you mean, what about throwing? You just came in here and said, what about throwing? With no context? What the hell? Or then you're like replying to the stream title. I'm just dumb. Also, I haven't cleared my table properly yet, nor put the lights on. But those things thankfully don't take that much time. There we go. I don't know if I necessarily want to show these. I guess. No, I was just looking at like what's taking up space on my drive. I have like 66 gigabytes left. That's enough for the stream. Certainly. Hello. Wait, do I sell shit on the thing? Maybe. Oh, definitely don't want to have this here. Hold on, let me get rid of the thingy thing. The ding-a-ling. That's like a pencil there. We'll get rid of it. No, everything's so neat. Hello. How are you doing? How are you doing? Oh shit, wait. Why are you... Oh yeah, I guess I did cargo clean at some point when I was having some issues. Let's see. So I guess I could show my side project thing. Yes, the green sleeves are back. Yeah, this is the one that I want to click. No, this is not the one that I want to click. This is the one. But the project is this. The colors are a bit bright, but basically there's going to be like a kiosk thing that I'm going to be like working at pretty soon, and I don't want to calculate shit in my head, and they will not have like a machine to input the things in. So I just made one myself. So you can. But I need to still completely disable this button. But anyway, you can just input what the customer is ordering, and then I can input like, oh, what did they give? Let's say they just gave me one €50 note, I guess. Yeah, there has to be a better word for that. Anyway, yeah, and then it tells me how much I should give in return. Bada bing, bada boom. It just works. And I can adjust the prices if that's needed. Yeah. Alright. Okay, we already have a debug release ready. Nice. Okay, so the problem currently. Where do I have my paper? Found the paper. The problem currently is I don't know if I'm gonna even draw anything right now, but I'll still use the paper as a prop. It's that. Oh, let me. Yeah. So the client will send some inputs on some tech, right? And then the server will receive them in the future, but the server will interpret those inputs as happening on some other tick, right? So if this is n, this could be n plus 2, for example. And then when the client receives these inputs back, it's going to interpret it as happening on n plus 1. Which is the most confusing. Well, I mean, like, there's this, then there's an off by 2, and then there's an off by 1. But this is not necessarily 2, always. I think it's just related to the either how long I wait before I connect the client, or then the ping. So the latency. And yeah, no idea why that's happening. But hopefully I will gain an idea of why that's happening during the stream and then fix it. And then I'll have multiplayer working. Wahoo! If I do this just locally, do I get the issue? That's the question also. So let's host with this, and then... Oh. Okay, I need to go on another branch. Yes. The multiplayer debugging limau branch. Because it's a bit harder to debug this on main, because the movements are just like normal game movements. And the character moves quite fast, and the ticks move quite fast, is what I mean. But here... Oh. It's different, right? Alright, if I move, then it happens nice and slow. Right? And I leave this block trail behind to know what's happening. So this is what's happened so far. Now we can see how the server predicted this happening, right? And you can see these blocks are appearing in different points. And if I move on the server, those movements happen instantly on the client. And even those movements are desynced. God damn. Yeah, so it's completely desynced. I don't know. I don't know why. Yeah. Oh, there's actually another thing that I can do. Oh, I fucking misspelled clear. There we go. Okay. So, well, that's good. It's happening even without me going through pinging and getting additional delay. Well, I don't know if that's good necessarily, but noted. That happens. Okay. What was I just thinking? Oh yeah, the pressing space. I'll just get a few ticks going there. At one point I was also testing this, and then the issue just stopped happening, and I was like, bro. Yeah, but now we can see we pressed space, and counter was 56, and the counter is supposed to be just how many ticks have passed. But we should see this thing turn into 57 at some point. No, okay, well that's different. I have too much debug. Too much debug. Huh? Okay, didn't do the thing. Wait, were we in sync just now? Okay. Let's try it again. Let's try that again. What can be taken apart in two? And the 4 and 4 become 8 and 8. So are you thinking that it's like, actually? Yeah, okay. The two twos. They're thinking you're multiplying the two fours with the 1 4 that's been taken apart to two twos. Okay. I see your vision. Okay. Let me first confirm that we are actually desynced. Oh, this is the client now. Okay, so I'll have to wait for these movements to happen. If it results in the exact same thing, then it means that... Yeah, okay, so these should be desynced. So if I go here and press space, and we look at the thing here, 113, and once this reaches 113, then we should see the thing update. Damn, no, okay, so the counter value stays the same. That's very interesting. This changed before. So the space input is happening at the same time anyway. The inputs were still desynced. And I guess the counter was... Okay, let me just search this text by putting it into a text editor. Okay, so on the server it was 114. Oh, so I guess now the thing was that the server saw it differently, but the client didn't correct. I'm curious if that's true. Hold on. Let me... Okay, so this happened, the server saw this happen, and then, yeah, the client did not correct to what the server thought was happening. Side note, I love the fact that I can, like, just look at this stream board like this. Okay. So, where's my thingy thing? Here. So, we have this still kind of happening, but instead of this being n plus 1, this is just n. And instead of this being n plus 2, I think this is n plus 1. So, is it then that if we have... So this is not n plus 1, but this is whatever this is minus 1. Oh, yeah, covered it. It might be that. It might be that this is like n plus c, and then this one... So what the client says is n, what the server sees is n plus c, and what the client reads back is n plus c minus 1. And that's why right now it's not changing for the client. So, we probably need more latency. Something's going. Alright, let's move here as well. Why not? Okay, so the server and the client things are already desynced. Okay, now we can see the client like re-predicting the player movement, but it's still incorrect. So if I press space here, we should see this change from 103 to like 104 or something else. I'm still no. It was changing before. Now it's just doesn't want to change. Interesting. Very, very interesting. And I have two inputs there. 171, 172. Oh, there's the 173. Okay, so it comes later. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, because this is a 1 tick delay. Fuck. I'm stupid. Yeah, there we go. Okay, okay, okay. There we go. There we go. There we go. It does change. It's just there's 1 tick where we think we we don't see the input at all, basically. Right? And then we process the input. And then we're like, oh, it was actually on a different tick. Yeah, so the theory it's 103 at first, so 103 is n, and then we get the n plus 1 here. And server side, on the server side, come on, you can search the text. Yeah, we get 105 on the server side, which is n plus 2. Yippee! I reproduced the problem! That's awesome. It only took 20 minutes. Let's go. Anyway. Why? Why, oh, why, oh, why? Like, I think all of the debug tells me that the server is receiving the inputs and is interpreting them correctly, well then just applies the inputs for the wrong ticks. So I don't need ping anymore, I don't think. We'll see though. Okay. If I see this shift around, then I'm gonna close both clients and then I'm gonna see. I'm gonna look at the logs. Because this doesn't shift around. We just, well, whatever. I'll still use these logs. It is still incorrect. From the start, So the first thing we send is we send 35 inputs, and we start from tick 7. Okay. And on the server side, the first thing we receive from the client is 0 inputs starting from tick 1. This makes sense. I mean, yeah, because the first thing we do is we assume that the server is on tick 0. We don't do any sort of handshake here. We just say, or we just assume things about the connection, right? So this happens. I guess this is the handshake in a way. And then we drop all of our locally predicted inputs because we realize, oh shit, we're far behind the server. And then we roll forward and we make an input buffer with dummy inputs. And then that will gradually get our real inputs into the buffer. Anyway, this happens. Send a 35 from 7. Yeah, so there's this. And then we see received 35 inputs starting from tick 7. Wow! And future client inputs, 35. That makes sense. And the latest client inputs says 42. And if my calculations are correct, wow! It matches up. Wow! Anyway, and then we receive those inputs again. We don't care about them. I don't think we do anything with them here. Yeah, at least these don't change at all. At some point we should receive more inputs. Yeah, so here we start receiving 36 inputs. It's still from tick 7. And hold on. I need to check what the cut index is for. This is confusing me, but we'll see, we'll see. Okay, 35. Yeah, and we receive 36. And then latest is 43. Everything seems to be as expected, right? Nothing seems off. Where do we... Hold on, so if we went to 35 here, somewhere here we probably run a game tick, and then at some point there's supposed to be a game tick, and this number will tick down. It's 36, 36. So here we run a game tick. We have less inputs in the buffer because we ran a game tick. We consumed from the buffer. The index of the latest client inputs doesn't change. That makes sense. Why does the server packet length not change? Oh, actually, no. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. Because the server packet length only changes when the client tells the server, like, oh, I know what happened on this tick, and then the server can forget about that. But before that, it doesn't change anything. Like, nothing changes the server packet length. Well, aside from ticks being ran and there being more things to send over, actually. So it should change. It does change. Lol. This happens after this. Lol. Yeah, then we have more things to send. Okay. 35 inputs. Oh yeah, we receive 35 because, yeah, this client is sending less, and that's fine. some point we're gonna see a new game tick on the client, and then we receive inputs. Oh, there we go. "35 inputs, and here we receive 36 inputs. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so I don't see anything off there. So let's see how we interpret these inputs. Like, there might be just an off by one in consuming them, which fucking sucks. Okay, so we receive player inputs on start tick. And this is just some, we can see this here, right? Start tick is this number. Wahoo. And we do some shenanigans here that we only put inputs that we don't know about into our buffer of future client inputs. Wahoo. Great. Great success. I think I already do this to do. And this should be fun. We'll remove that comment for now. Anyway, also, do I have any stash changes? I don't. Okay. Hmm. Oh. So here I'm saying that the latest client's inputs tick index is the start tick plus the length of the inputs that we received. Does this make sense? Let's say we receive one input. I feel like a dumbass now, but if we receive one input for tick 36, for example, then that's gonna be registered as 37 because the length of the inputs that we received is 1. Oh, but this is the latest input tick index. Yeah, but this... I might just have to do a -1 here. But, well, let's see if this fucks everything. It might. It might. Might fuck up everything. This might be a thing that I've already tried. I should probably start commenting on things that I've tried, and then I'll like slowly run out of things. Oh yeah, see, we have future client inputs. Quite a few. Okay. So I'll just mark that down. This is not a solution. It seems like maybe an off by one error, but no, we definitely need to do it that way, or everything explodes. Or there might be that I need to do this and then something else, but we'll see, we'll see. This off by one is so annoying. And let's make it not an off by one. If we do a lower delay, then I think we'll have more things happening here. Might have to reintroduce pinging into the loop, but we'll see. For some reason, now we are synced. No, we are not synced. About. Okay. Let's copy all of this. Okay, so here we have 335. Copy all of this. Also rainy. I hope we've been doing well. I realized I have been doing any of the chattering, but yeah, it's it is what it is. Okay, so I have 335 here. The 334 in here. We should see the 337 disappear in a moment. And then it's going to reappear. And then we'll have 335. Okay, so here we have the 334 disappear. Okay. And now when we simulate... Okay, so it doesn't do that. I guess we didn't... Yeah, we didn't repredict on the client, like what happened. Yeah. Yeah. I still do have the +1. It's only a +1 though. Okay, let's do pingy. Pingy, 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 pingy. Give me some latency. Now there we go. There we go. And that's some proper fucking desync. I didn't press space at all. Just realized. This just in. He didn't press space. Okay, now I press space. That's awesome. Okay. Two space presses. That's good. And we see it starts with 105. Then we have 106 as well. And at some point, I'm gonna have different numbers here. Oh. Okay, so we have the 105 and 106, and then they kind of disappear here. Then they later reappear as completely different numbers. 114 and 115. Yippee! So instead of being n+1, this is the n+c. It's just like some fucking arbitrary value. And Huh? Like, huh? What's happening here? I don't know. How do I even visualize this? Like, I'm trying. What the fuck? I'm so lost. This prison that I've built myself. I don't like it anymore. Okay, what the hell? So it is some like delay based thing. Like it is tied to thing, basically. Hmm. Well, actually, okay. Uh, okay, so the server is saying 115 actually. Okay, that's good to know. So we are listening to the server. The server is telling us, "Fuck you, your inputs arrive at this tick." Oh, hold on. Is it really that? So I send the inputs. Hold on. I send the inputs in like packs of inputs, and I'm thinking those packs might just be read in the reverse order, which would be fucking insane. There might be like two issues going on at once. Uh, let's see if that makes sense though. And so we have tick 107, and then we have 38 inputs. And this is me spamming calculator because I can't be honest. So the latest tick we receive is 145. Okay. And the space press is intended to happen at 106. It's already supposed to have happened here. Oh, no, because we just didn't simulate the tick yet. Okay. Fair enough. I think we have the inputs in reserve, but we just... No, but it's just supposed to have happened already, because current tick is 112. So 106 is when it's supposed to have happened. And here we received 40 inputs from the client. I think this is the more relevant part. In the end, 137. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, but now, if you want the thing to happen on tick 106, and oh, fuck me. Yeah, sure. True. Anyway, so we have 40 inputs here. Pardon me. I went to check this 106 guy. So this is 9 inputs from the start. And we ended up simulating it with 115. I don't think this tracks. Or does it? Wait, what am I even trying to? It was 9. I was supposed to do 9. Yeah. Yeah, no, it doesn't track. I'm thinking if we were just doing reverse, this would be the thing. Except I guess our cut index is different. We would have to be even further from that though, so that doesn't make sense. Oh, am I? No. The counter does go through all the values because we simulate forward. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna put something into the debug string so I can see something. What do we need for this? Oh, let me actually. Oh, we just have latest client input stick index. Nice. Let's use that. Lol. All right. I'll make this game a bit slower. Let's do like 200. And I guess we go through Pingy. Okay, so are these in sync? I don't think they are. Also, this text is gonna go off screen any fucking second now. No, actually, no. It's only when we reach like 1,000. Let me. That text is terrible to read, by the way. But that's fine. Okay, so server is on tick 176, client is on tick 174. So we have 2 ticks of ping. Latest client inputs are on 210 when the client thinks that the latest predicted tick is 209. This is wrong. Like it thinks that the latest client inputs are on 210 when client is on fucking 209. Is it really just that I have to make it like a good handshake process for this? And make sure that the client and the server agree on the tick indices? Is that really the problem? It might be. So I've been thinking that, oh, I'll just make the base system work and then I'll like make the handshakes and whatever. But it might be that handshake would fix this. Or then I just have to somehow better keep track of how these line up. Sus. I was about to say, I thought it had complete black as like a key color. Hello. I'm in the text. I like how it still looks completely black when it goes small enough. Oh, I realized why, because there's the outline thing for the text. True. So if it's small enough, you won't be able to see me. Because this little outline here, between these pixels, it grows large enough to where you can't see me. That's awesome. Anyway, um, okay. So I think this has to be a -1, but we also need a -1 somewhere else. Or do I do the -1 here? Let's just see if we completely fuck everything up again. Let me copy you. Oh, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. That's awesome. Anyway. Oh. It is not exactly the same. Oh, and the... Wait, am I moving on the fucking wrong thing? Yeah. So we were never receiving anything back from the server. I was moving it as the server just now. That's awesome. So connect servers. This is the client. This is the server. Is for some reason now the client never receives anything from the server when we do a -1 there. Why is that? Client's x0. Hmm. Still, But I'm still thinking of like doing -1 and shit when the offset could be whatever, how many ticks, dependent on the ping. So it's most likely not a -1 +1 type of deal. Uh, gonna start writing down facts and maybe I'll spot something. What else do we know? Hmm. Oh. There's still an off by one here, but there's this off by one, and then there's something else. Like there's this thing, which is XD, I don't know, and then there's this off by one. I think I can just ignore this off by one for now. It's like this is the main problem. Okay. So we have... I'm gonna need the paper again. Where's my pen? Oh, I put it down there. Okay, fair enough. So we have our input. Let's get a new sheet. Oh, I wonder if that was loud for the mic. Anyway, hopefully not. Let me just do a new terminal page. So, the server starts out with having nothing for the player inputs. And then we... Actually, let's look at the logs. Okay. So we receive one input starting from tick 0. This we just ignore. We just don't add it to the thing because it's in the past, right? Tick 0 has already happened. Wahoo. Wahoo. And I think we start from tick 0, right? What does it say at the very start? Oh, I guess I can look at the log. Yeah, current tick is 0 at the start. That's fine. Okay. We'll have that. And then... Oh. One input starting from tick 0, and then we say future client inputs 1. That shouldn't... Yeah, that shouldn't be the case. Why are we taking this as a thing we could read? They should be saying future client inputs 0. Okay, there's potential here. There's potential here. This might be the source of the +1, like the off by 1 error, which is the one that I shouldn't really care about. But if I have it in front of me, you know, like if it's being presented to me on a silver platter, then I'll take it. I'll take it. Oh, but this might not be just the off by 1. This might be the thing. Because we received more inputs from the client. And then we say future client inputs 2. And then we fucking run a game tick. And we eat the input that we're not supposed to eat. It's the forbidden fruit. Don't eat it. Don't look at it. No, server. What are you doing? Okay. And then we get a bunch more inputs. Yeah, we get a bunch more, and we fucking note those down. We're so happy to receive inputs, you have no idea. And then eventually we will receive inputs starting from the correct tick. I think this is the offset. Oh my. I'm already feeling the future relief. Oh my, dude. At some point in the past, I was thinking, like, oh, I wonder how dumb the issue is, right? And, like, it's like that, and then I wonder what the issue is. Like, I was genuinely curious, not only because I wanted to work, but just, like, intellectually curious about what the fuck is the issue. So this might be it. Okay, let's just... Oh, actually, I can just check the logs that I already have. So the offset... So it's 106 here. I should be able to match these. So, okay. Fuck, I just scroll to the side. Okay, the latest is 106. Here's 115. 115 minus 106. I could have done 15 minus 6, but whatever. It's 9. So, if my theory is correct, the server will have received 9 inputs starting from tick 0, and then after that, it started receiving them from the correct index. We're looking for 9, and then we receive 9 plus or minus 1, right? Oh, well, these are the client inputs, or client logs. Huh? Nothing from tick 0? No way. No way. Here's this tick 1 here. Well, okay. It says tick 1 instead of tick 0, which is a bit weird. But we're still looking for 9. So here we have the 9, and then we're not looking for 10. We're looking for the client act to change. Yep. I think we, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. We got him. The issue has been identified. Oh. It matches up. Received 9 inputs? Yep. And then we receive the real inputs. And now we just have some garbage inputs in our input buffer, and we just read them. And that's why everything's offset. Holy shit. I'm like half feeling like, like not really goosebumps, but like chills. Chills. Not like full on chills, but like half chills. Oof. I guess, yeah. Chills that are not like overly powerful. That's what I had just now. Just from fucking finding the issue. Can't wait to fix it. Okay, so let's just fucking fix it. So we receive client inputs. And how do we exactly deal with this? So we have latest client input tick index, which is gonna be 0. Oh, you sly dog. Okay. So this works if these are close to values that we would expect to have. But what's the issue here? Should this be checked sub instead? Okay, so if we receive valid inputs, wait, if we receive valid inputs, delayed, okay, so we have the current tick, then we have the tick index for the player inputs. Oh, this is the latest client. It might be, it should be in front, right? I think it should always be, oh, in front. Like this is where the server currently is. And if we ever have the latest client inputs being behind, we just don't fucking care about them. Right? So I'm assuming that the latest client inputs are always in front, which might not be the case. Okay. So I guess I just need to check for that. Okay. Hmm. Just write like an explicit if condition. This might be slight. Actually, we will never parse any inputs now, I don't think. Okay, let us see. It might be that that's completely broken. Oh, well, it is completely broken, but in a different way. Lole. We need to dereference here. Sure. Oh, yeah. We just... That's... yeah. Yeah, we just never receive anything from the client ever again. So that doesn't work. Okay. But I did that here. Hmm. And this is the loop that I'm continuing. Okay. This is the only thing that I'm kind of not touching. Oh, well, I guess. Where do we set this? We only set it here. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I should be checking if start tick is below current tick. But not exactly. I should be checking if start tick plus the input's length is less than current tick. Yep. This should technically work, maybe? Okay, so now we receive some shit. We still are... Okay, this looks like what we had on the client. But the client still has the -1. Okay. It looked so wrong, but this might be it. This might be it. We'll do the space test. Okay. Chills. This here. Oh, by the way that I'm highlighting all of this is that I'm pressing shift and then left click. Just selects the text between where the caret is and where you click. Very useful. Very handy. Okay, so this is the server, and we have 82. And on the client, we pressed it at 80. Ooh. And then we switch to thinking that it's 81. So we have... I think I solved one issue, and I still have another issue. Okay, to confirm this, I should look at how many ticks we received, like how many input ticks we received from the client when we were at like 0 or 1, I mean, apparently. Oh, we only received 2. So this would this would mean that we actually didn't solve the issue, question mark. No, but we didn't note them down as inputs though. We received 2 inputs and then we don't care, right? But we still... Huh. Huh. What is this? What's going on? Okay. Oh yeah, I just have to copy the logs again. I was thinking that I would search directly in the terminal, but I don't think that's a thing for me. I mean, the alternative would be to not print so much useless shit, but it might not be useless in some context. Okay, I should first check what the delay was. Okay. 3. Why am I getting so much less delay now? Okay, well, if the issue is still present, then I should see this happen with 3. So on client it's n, and on the server it's n plus 3, I think. Well, this is 70 here. Because it just gets translated to 71. It does not get turned into 72, which is good. So there's the off by one. That's fine. We'll deal with the off by one later. This is indeed the client. And on the server it was 72. In reality it's 70. On the server it's 72, but we had 3 at the start. Oh, okay, so where's my earlier paper? So right now we have this. We have this thing. And earlier I was saying how it was n plus c for this. I don't think that's the case anymore. I think it's just n plus 2. It's n plus 2, n plus 1. We've eliminated c. I hope so. Let's make the game a bit faster. Just get a bit more delay going on, right? Like, not more delay in real times, in the real time sense, but in how many game ticks are between the clients kind of sense. Okay. Now you have valuable debug data once again. Valuable to nobody but me. So this is server, and the first space was 116. Actually, first, let's check. So let me change this. Previous. Okay. So we have 10 inputs while the client was behind. 10. One for each finger. Awesome. Or one for each finger on your left hand and one for each toe in your left foot. Think about that for a moment. Anyway, so 10, so the offset on the old thing would have been at least 10. Oh. The first press was 110. And here it's 116. So we have a delay of 6 ticks. Fuck. That wasn't the issue. Fuck. And the latest is 120 here. Oh. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, because these are the things that we receive from the server. So it wasn't that. But this also doesn't fuck up the thingy thing. Okay, where are we? There we go. This wasn't the issue. Huh. I wonder how many issues I have stacked on top of each other. Let's do basic testing here as well. Yeah, we do desync a whole fucking lot. Okay. So this is the client. Okay, we're behind here, which is good. Are we ever in front? I don't think there's a way for me to see what these numbers are without taking a screenshot. You move so fast. Okay, at least now the latest client input that we think we have received is behind what the client thinks they're on. And that's the positive, right? No, I think before this change, that wasn't the case. Uh, okay, no. Okay. Oh, this is the thing that I'm going to check if it does anything. So let's stash. And then test without that. Yes, I copied the thing before it built. Finally, I achieved the dream. Achieved the dream. Okay. And now, we still have the desync issue. Yeah, just like before. Does the server think that they are ahead now? No, they don't, actually. Here, they were doing that. I wonder what the decorate was when I took the screenshot. Hmm. Is it ever the other way around? Doesn't seem like it. I'll still keep this in. It just seems like something we should be doing. But it doesn't seem to be the issue. Like the inputs we receive are they're fucking noted down with the tick they're supposed to start on. Like what the hell? Like the client tells us, oh, by the way, please make this happen on this tick. And the server goes, fuck you. Huh? Like why? Why? Hmm. Was 9 space? Okay. Uh it's 4. It's 4. It's supposed to be 4. Let me copy the client inputs as well. Okay. So now no. There's a lot of inputs that contain host space press. That also makes sense. Okay, so you would think that the spray press is supposed to happen on tick, like the latest, so 124. Did this input happen on 124? Happened on 123. So there's the off by one. And then we have this. Some dead space, and then wahoo. I think the client is also fucking up reading what the server is sending them. I think that's the case. I have one idea. Hmm. Like, is this reversed? Is what I'm thinking. It really doesn't want that. Yeah, okay. I don't think this is the thing I can do, but I can always try. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. No. Okay, sure. Fuck it. I'll just mutate the inputs. I don't think I need to turn this into a vec either. Nah, okay, we do. Let's see how it performs now. This pinging link is surely expiring soon. No, it still happens. Interestingly, it doesn't seem to affect anything much. I guess we were just receiving one input at a time from the server anyway. Most of the time, at least. What other ideas do I have for this? This is so fucking confusing. Let me get my head back into this. Uh, okay. So here we send 36 inputs starting from 87. Then we're pressing space with counter 1, 2, 3. And if we take 87, add 36. Wow, 1, 2, 3. So, oh, that might be an off by one. We're sending starting from 87. But at this point, the space press has not happened yet? Questions mark? Hmm. That might be a problem. But, what? What? Okay. Send 36, 87. So the latest one should be 123 right here. But the current tick is 122. Unless this is like 87 is included. So this should be like this. Yeah, starting from 87. 87 is, yeah, okay. That makes sense. So that's a potential source for an off by one, which is awesome. And we have this. Oh, this should be included. And let's see what the server received. Yeah, but 36 inputs from 87. And then we think the latest client inputs. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Did it though? Yeah, so we have 36 inputs, and we say that the latest is 123. We don't detect a space press in those inputs. There isn't one. But when we receive 37 inputs, then we detect, oh, there's a space press here. And then we say that the latest client inputs are 124. So I'm incorrectly labeling the first tick, I guess. Questions mark. It's something in that direction. And that's still just off by one. There's still the larger issue remaining, where when we eventually receive these inputs back from the server, we just think, oh, they happened on some fucking random tick in the future that they didn't actually happen on. That's awesome. And there's just 4 ticks here that just appear. This other issue would account for a few of those. There's still some fucking mystery offset ticks appearing. And I'm like, what the hell? What do you mean? What? Oh no, but this is me receiving server shit. Okay, once again, what happened when I did the -1? I should write all of these things down. So I'll do it and then I'll mark it down now. So I'll actually start narrowing down the space instead of just poking about and hoping that I stumble into something that works. I need to actually like eliminate everything that doesn't work, so I don't waste time on it. Otherwise I'll never be done with this. Let's just try that. Oh, look at that, the pinging link changed. It's been an hour. And now we receive nothing from the server. So this was the issue. Okay, why does the server want to send us nothing? Like, huh? Do we just never send anything? No, we do. We do. If we get here, we are sending. But the client is ignoring everything? Question mark. Uh, huh. This might be incorrect then. Hmm. So it's completely screwed up all of the time. It's different. I can say that. The first space press is 447. 369. Yeah, I think it's just the same issue. Like, I removed +1 from two places, and those just cancel each other out. I should print this again. I think this is going to be some crucial debug info that I need. Oh, we received nothing. Did we ever receive anything? No, so we never reached that branch. Huh? Questionnaire marks? Why are we not sending it? Am I tripping? Dear sir, I wish to know if I am tripping. Oh, now it just fucking crashed. Let's go. Oh, invalid port value. Oh, there was a fucking space after the thing. And that crashed. Awesome. I'll have to fix that later. Anyway. Okay. Oh yeah, we fucking receive nothing. Oh. Does the server receive anything? The client says that it's sending inputs. It's like, well, feel like I have to do this. Okay. Oh. Nothing? Oh, okay, no. Oh, okay. To receive the inputs, you parse the thing. We receive the inputs. Receive 36 inputs. Yeah, now we were ignoring them. That's fine. Um, and then we don't send. No, there's the packet. We try to send it. Okay, let's do the same on the client side. Okay. Oh. The printilin. What the hell? Multiple. Oh, okay. I did it multiple times. That's awesome. Now we are actually building. Okay. Nice. Oh, okay. So we receive the thing and we parse it. And we reach the branch. Input sort at 0? Huh. No, that makes sense. Yeah, the server is trying to tell us about everything. This doesn't make sense. Oh. No, it does make sense. Okay, so we shouldn't be doing a plus one here. Like this doesn't make sense. And is this the thing that I've like undone and redone multiple times? Maybe. Oh, this is fucked. Okay, I have no clue. I will need to think about this and like try to figure out how do I even debug this. I truly do not understand what's going on. I guess I gotta try to do a special case here just to see if the other thing would work. Um, let's just do this. Hard coding it to work at least once. uh, oh, we don't receive like anything from the server. We receive a bit and then nothing after a while. But it didn't desync a whole shitload, which, you know, seems promising. Oh my. Okay, this might be the path. No, actually, no, we received only 13 inputs and then we fucking stopped. Let's make the game run a bit slower. Like we received 4 and then we stopped. Why do we stop there? Oh, fuck. It's the thing that I just did. It's just a bit incorrect. Yeah, this is like 156. Okay, sure. No, we still receive a few inputs and then nothing else after that. Why would that be? You receive like one tick and then it's whatever. Oh, hello. Bueno C4. It's I can show you while I take a break from whatever this is. Okay. I'll show you the previous iteration of the project, right? That actually like has something going on. But I'm deep in multiplayer, basically. Like this is the previous project, right? So we have basically a like Minecraft clone kind of a deal. Me and this thing actually is playable. Like if you wanted to, you could go on my website and find a jam game I made with this like engine, whatever call it, and you can play a different version of this map, and it works. You know, I have like some building tools. I can select an area, fill it, whatever, yada yada, right? And I have this carve tool. I've been having fun making this, but the multiplayer, whoosh, the multiplayer. Yeah. This is that. This is the Metroidvania jam thingy, and didn't end up winning. There were some really good games there. I can say that, like the competition and stuff. But it did push me to work on this, which is good. But I also wanted to have this with the multiplayer, and the architecture just was not good for that. So I was like, okay, let's just then start making a new version, right? That's what I started doing. And then we come here. No, not here, but here. And let me. Let's stash these. If I go to the main branch, then we can see what I have thus far. Also, hello, I have this keyboard camera nowadays. Dan Ray, don't be so scary. Anyway, but we have this, you know, we have movement, I can place blocks, I can destroy them. Wow. And I can have like I could record the inputs that I pipe into this game and then replay them back later, and it works, right? Like all of this is deterministic. Very cool, very cool. Thumbs up, right? Damn. And I don't have a command console, but I instead have a UI, which even works. Like I can have the slider adjusted, I can disable and enable desync. You can have scrollable lists. I have a bunch of saves here. Like the first fucking month or so went into just making the UI. Just like, okay, sure, buddy, let's make multiplayer, and then it turns into make UI. Yeah, I have this as like a test for text inputs. Yeah, and I'm like, sure, I should just make the multiplayer work from the start, and then build everything on top, right? I think that makes sense. Problem. There's something wrong with the multiplayer. It just ain't working. Ay. What do you mean? Hold on, I also push these commits. Yeah, well, I gotta click the join button to join, but it's even with that, it doesn't quite work. Not quite. Not quite. If I actually I could show it even with that other branch. Actually, now that I think about it, because this is like the same base multiplayer code and the same issues, right? Let me actually do it fully locally first. So this will be connecting to this host, connect, and now it fucking works flawlessly, right? Because I'm showing. Or it's because we don't have like any delay. But right now, like this is what it's supposed to look like. That I can just move around, it works. Or is this the client? Nope, both of them work. This is what's supposed to happen, right? You just you can just move around, yada, and I can see the other party moving here, placing blocks, very cool. I can go here, I can see the other one move, place blocks, as this works. Great. Let's introduce some delay, some ping, some latency, and then everything is just gonna fall apart. Host, connect. Not that. Let's capture the mouse, move around. Oh, we never even fucking were able to connect. Awesome. Let's redo that. And we didn't connect. Why are we not connecting? The address update? Nope. Still the same. Hold on. Oh, do I not do DNS resolution on this branch? What's happening? Oh, nice. Okay, I need DNS resolution here. Ba -ba 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 -ba. Where do we do it? Okay. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, do we have this on the main branch? Is the question now. We do. Yeah, we do the thing. Why do we not connect then? Huh? Huh? Like a completely unrelated thing is broken. This has not been broken before, now it's broken. What the hell? Yeah. Cool. Thinking what could the issue be? If I connect locally, then it works? Yeah, this works. Oh. Oh, we have the issue. Nice. Okay, so this is what happens when the issue happens. So I turn the mouse, and then you can see it tweaks a little bit later, right? Hold, let me actually show you my hand as I move the thing. Like, the issue is inconsistent, which is one of the annoying things. So here we have, you can see me move the mouse, and then what it looks like on the screen. And there's just like this little tweak. Yeah, fair enough. But with the hand cam, it's like very obvious. And yeah, I'm like losing my mind basically. Because it's like, what is causing this? It's the question. Like, yeah, that's my life right now. Well, the thing is that how the multiplayer works is, yeah, and I mean, I'm making my custom system, right? So it's, you know, but what happens is that the client will send inputs to the server, and then the server will tell the client which inputs it has received, right? And if the server has not received something, the client will just continue fucking sending that input to the server until the server says, okay, I gotcha, you know? I've received the input. So we're not dropping anything, right? Like we're tracking spamming it through. And even like when I look at the logs, like we are not dropping anything. What is happening is that the client sends something like at tick n, and then the server receives it at some other tick. But the inputs say which tick they start on. But still, the server just interprets it as happening on another tick. I'm like, what the fuck? And then, here's the kicker. When the client receives those inputs back from the server, it interprets those inputs as happening neither on the original tick they happened on, nor the tick the server thinks they happened on. Sure. Sure. And if I look at these logs, for example, the player presses space. This is the first instance here. So on tick 369, we press space, and then we go to the server side. And the first time we hear about this fucking space press is on 447, which is evidently different from 369. No. Well, I mean, the client does do the thing, but the client has a confirmed game state and a predicted game state, right? And when you're just like running your inputs, the client maintains a buffer of future inputs to send. And whenever we think it's the time to run a game tick, we add inputs to that buffer, and then we simulate our predicted game state forward. And when we receive inputs from the server, we go to the confirmed game state, we simulate that forward with the inputs that we receive from the server. Then we make the predicted game state a copy of the confirmed game state, and then we simulate the new predicted game state forward, right? But the confirmed game state only ever increments when we receive something from the server. But somehow it's incorrect. But technically, yes, the client is repeating stuff that they already did when they resimulate the predicted game state forward. But not like the server can't like put inputs into our like future inputs buffer on the client. That does not happen. Yeah, it's do I get any ideas now? Okay, let me improve this debug to also say which tick this happens on. Oh, I'm on a... Yeah, I need to unstash the changes. Or in the main branch also. Yeah. And my debug thing here is like lower tick rate, and the inputs are simpler. There's no turning the mouse, there's just the buttons. In an effort to make it easier to debug. Uh, Consider logging every confirmed input and then later comparing the inputs in the simulation. Well, I'm kind of doing that with the space press, where like I tried doing that, but it's a lot of stuff to shift through. Like it's basically hard to tell like when something happened because I'm looking at so much data. Uh, I isolated it to just the space press. So I can just press space. It happens on some tick, and then I can compare like, okay, when did it happen on the client? When did it happen on the server? And when did it happen on the client again when we received it from the server? Um, so that is kind of what I'm doing. Mm, mm-hmm. I could. I Yeah. Well, my prediction would be that we would just see a thick offset, like some, like the plus C thick offset. I can actually do that in a moment. Okay, we receive inputs. That's good. Yeah, that's fair. For some reason now we are not. Oh no, it's different. These images are not the same. So why are we not updating now? Oh, because I have some bullshit changes here? Question mark. No, I have this thing here which messes things up. Okay. Uh, I actually don't know what the ping is, and I don't have an expectation. Like this should just work, right? If I looked at the ping, I might be able to correlate that with like the offset that I have between when the inputs happen on the client and when they happen on the server, like which tick index, or the tick index that when the inputs happen on the client, when they're predicted and when they're confirmed. It I think it's correlated to the ping, but it doesn't. I don't really care about the details of that. It shouldn't happen, right? It just not be a thing at all. But let's just okay, 320. Let's comment that out. Not always. I don't think. I don't remember anymore. This is why I should have taken better notes from the start, but at least I'm trying to take better notes now. So I don't have to rely on my memory. Yeah. So now we actually have communication working between the server and their client, which is awesome. I'm not gonna lie, if I disregard the fact that this is kind of really annoying to work on, I really like how this looks when it like repredicts the inputs. Like it looks neat, right? I just have to ignore the fact that this is awful. And then it's neat. Aye, aye. Anyway, um Okay. Let's see if it works local. There was something that I was testing there for sure, but I fucking forgot. Oh. Pretty sure we will... Okay. Let's see. I'll see in a moment. I mean, okay. Yeah, I guess that's why you want me to do the, like, writing the text file. I'm pretty sure I had a desync issue even without additional ping at some point. At least at higher tick rates. But it might be fine at lower tick rates. Okay, let me... No, I mean, it's part of the reason why. It's among the things of why. Okay, guess we would want to write it into a text file. I'll just print at the end. I'll print all the inputs when we close the game. Who needs a file? I can print. Yeah. Anyway, okay. Okay, input frame. No, we're not. We're receiving simulation inputs. There we go. And then impl game. And we will need to say here, what did I call the thing? This is how good my memory is. Confirmed, inputs lemao, new. Shouldn't have any errors. Yes, and now games manager, let's go. And then we go to when we run a game tick. Yippee. For the server. Oh, yeah, I guess we only have access to the... Yeah. I mean, even if this is single player, I don't think I've ever done breakpoints in Rust. So, okay. I guess we want to return... Fuck it, we'll just... Yeah, hold on. We'll pass a mutable reference here. And we'll need to modify the function signature, but that's fine. Show me the error. Oh, okay, it's that error. Fair enough. Yeah, okay. I was thinking that I have multiple implementations for this method, but no, it is only one. And then we match here to like have everything work. Okay. It's fine. And I think we also want to pass this to the frame_tick function, because this is where the client does the thing. Okay. As you have 2 errors. Yes. Oh, can I do that? Is this like 2 mutable variables type deal? It's not. Nice. Very cool. Very cool. But then we will get that error later, when we least expect it. And we go to line 639. Never mind. It's a different line now. Hello, tell me the line. U.rs. Oh, never mind. I went to the wrong. No. This is correct. This is correct. This is correct. Okay. Nice. Now we have the thing. Then we want to open the window.rs. Here. Nice. Okay. Now when we exit, we are gonna print all of the fucking inputs. Yeah. I was just thinking, if this is smart, I guess I could have just. I guess I should save it into a file. Honestly, I have this here. I have this here. I have this here. I need to. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess I don't even need. No, I do need to match this. Okay. Game simulation. It is a private fucking variable. No more. I need to do self.game.game simulation. And then we have game simulation manager. We have server. Yeah, those are good file names. And that enum is private. No more. Oh yeah, I need to do this. It's fine. Now, so I dislike being at the very fucking bottom of the screen. Let me also adjust screen angle. Okay. Now we will just say And I guess this wants bytes. We'll do it. We'll do it. Don't worry about it. Oh, I need to have this be in a string. Then I have a string. Most likely it's going to complain, oh, this is not bytes. Yeah. That's almost correct. Yippee! Now let's not print them. We are saving them. That's fine. Okay. Host, connect, hide UI, move about here. Let's also move as the server. Then close, close. And now we should have two files. Binary file? What do you mean? Huh? Huh? Okay, so we did that and then nothing else. Awesome. Oh, I guess this is... no, it should work though. Fuck it, I'll go around the system and just fucking do it directly. I was thinking, oh, I'm not gonna have to fucking remember how to use the FS thing. I can just use my own system. Smile. But, nah. Nah. Or actually, I might be too hasty here. Let's look at the server. No, that's the same. Both 30 bytes. Awesome. No, but we don't append anything to it. That's the issue, probably. I completely fucking forgot to append anything to it. Yeah, recorded confirmed inputs, and we just don't do anything with it. Awesome. Okay. Whew. But it's still gonna be a bit scuffed, I think. But it means that I can still use this thingy thing and not have to worry about FS. Okay. Where do we run confirmed text? Right here. We are stepping the confirmed endgame state. So we should have... Is it with this name in this function? Recorded confirmed inputs. Okay, sure. Nice. So now whenever we run the confirmed game state, we append the thing. Wow! Now we need to do the same for the server. Yippee! Okay. Hopefully it's still valid UTF-8 when I have a few of those fucked characters in there. Well, we'll see, we'll see. Connect, host, bam, beam, boom. Move here. Move here. Okay. And we see everything happening here. And then we close, close. Now, I should have a little bit more here. Yeah, 28 kilobytes. So the size is a bit different. That's interesting. Let's try to open with sed. Okay, so we have the start, which is a bit fucked. But after that, it should be fine. Okay, and now let's okay, sure, yeah, because everything is on one line. Okay, I need to break this into multiple lines. I misclicked. Let's do this and then replace it with the same string but a new line in front. Nice. And we do the same for the client. Nice. That is indeed curious. That is indeed curious. There seems to be just one input missing. This is one game tick. One singular game tick. It's not even a chunk of ticks. It's one game tick. But yeah, no. I mean, how dare you be sorry? Anyway, Okay, one point to Rainy, right? 1 point to Rainy. For suggesting this. And the client has so yes, the client has an extra input in there. And that fucks everything up, question mark? Okay, let's do this with a faster tick speed and then see what happens. Because I want to see it have multiple missing ticks. Show me the multiple missing ticks. Let's go a bit faster. Let's go 50. And then let's grab the IP. Did it change again? another hour. Another hour. Oh, not this menu. There we go. That's the server moving, and now we have everything being all fucked. Oh, but is it just that? Was that the last input that was missing? Because it might be that I just closed the things at the different time. Well, there's no way to know now. I already overwrote the files and they're not in any version history. Oops. Oh, actually, no, but they are still open here. Save as, and then save as. Okay. Let's diff those again. No, it's in the middle somewhere. But is it just incorrectly? Which line is this on? So I'm thinking this could still be just an input. Well, okay, let me test the theory then. If this is the client is missing one input, so we go to the server and we take away one empty input from the end. If my theory is correct, then now they should match identically. Never mind, it's not that. Maybe it's one input from the start? So the git diff could just be showing me the incorrect position for the missing input. Okay, now they're identical. So it's one input at the start. But that is still bad. Yeah. Yep. Because there's other inputs in the middle, whatever. Okay. Okay, but that's an additional clue. It's one input from the start that's missing. Interesting. Okay. Let's check the new files. Edit. Get rid of this. And you get rid of this. We replace all. Save. Replace all. Save. Okay, yeah, we have the one input at the start, and we have a bunch at the end that are missing. Really, just one still. Huh, interesting. And if well, this is one additional on the client, also worth noting. Oh, that's interesting. The client has a different input at the end. I was thinking hold on, what the hell? Oh, but this is probably just because although my brain. What the hell? I'm thinking that I could have a thingling here that also has like the tick index in front of this. I don't know if that would make it easier to debug or not. Anyway. But in the middle, these are matching like perfectly. Let's see, how many is this? This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 that I should remove from the client. And this one. Interesting. Oh. Okay. Actually, I can feel that it's time for me to stop. This is a good debug strat though, I feel like. I'll figure it out at some point. My goal for the stream was to figure this issue out. I didn't. But sometimes it do be like that. Holy. But I can't wait to have this actually work. I'm looking forward to that moment in time when this actually just fucking works. But it looks like the client just invents a fucking thing to the start. Like it just comes up with a fucking tick that doesn't exist in reality. I'll have to do the same thing on this commit. I think there's some stuff, yeah, there's some stuff that I've changed here. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But thank you for stopping by. Always refreshing to see people drop by and chat for a bit. And even sometimes provide debug help. Wow! Yeah. But the current plan for this game is to make like a Halloween Havoc clone. Actually, I guess I should show this before I hop out. Mute that. Yeah, so there's this old Mindblix game called Halloween Havoc. And the idea is basically that there's like a bunch of minions that you have to kill, and then, you know, there's bosses. And it's like all good fun, and there's some puzzles you have to solve. So I want to make something similar where it's like 1 to 4 or like 1 to 8, why not, players, and then they just complete these tasks. And it's all good fun, right? For that, I need the multiplayer. Yeah. For now. So yeah. And join the Matrix on the neuropathy.com/stream/community. The Discord is dead. See you later. Bye bye.